Colorado Air National Guard sends F-16s screeching over Summit, a salute to COVID frontliners. Phil Lindemann, Krystal, 93 News. First, spring runoff has come to Summit, and the banks are rising on local rivers. Flows at 10 Mile Creek through Frisco are 34 points higher than average today. The Blue River at Farmers Corner is 115 points higher. In Vail, Gore Creek is up 86 points, and the Eagle at Gypsum is 200 points above average. No release from Lake Dillon yet, as the reservoir sits at 92% of full. A contentious minimum wage vote has been tabled indefinitely by the Board of County Commissioners as they deal with virus recovery. County Manager Scott Vargo this morning confirms the vote to raise minimum wage by 75 cents every year until it reaches $15 per hour is not a top priority. He says, quote, "With the economy in such disrepair, I wouldn't expect to see the topic on the agenda for a while." The first vote was scheduled for early January, and it has been delayed 5 times following several months of workforce surveys late last year. At least one suspect remains at large after stealing a Fraser bike shop's entire Yeti inventory. Sky High News reports Totally Wired Cyclery was sacked on Friday when a masked thief caught on camera stealing 6 brand new mountain bikes worth more than $45,000. The investigation is still open, and authorities believe it could be tied to an earlier theft at Murdoch's in Fraser. A reminder to stow your bike and never leave sporting equipment unlocked and unattended on a patio or car rack. Town of Dillon has a virtual town council meeting tonight, and Mayor Carolyn Scavera would love to see her neighbors.
I encourage everyone to check in. We haven't had a single public comment since we've been on this phone meeting, and from everyone, and just make sure everyone's still tuned in and paying attention and having their voice heard.
On tonight's agenda is the Lakefront Master Plan, Walkability Plan, and virus updates, including the budget, showing general fund revenues are down $2.1 million this year from estimated sales tax losses of 25%. Work session is at 4:30. Meeting starts at 7. Join through townofdillon.com. Meanwhile, in Breckenridge, Town Council today votes on one emergency ordinance requiring face masks in the downtown core even when outside. And then Council goes over plans to close Main Street to car traffic for several weeks, turning Main into a pedestrian mall. That virtual meeting begins at 3 p.m. through townofbreckenridge.com. Look to the skies tomorrow between 4:40 and 5:10 for an F-16 flyover, the Air National Guard's salute to Colorado first responders and medical pros. The Vail Daily reports on the statewide flyover, with F-16s screeching from Buckley Air Force Base in Aurora to Sterling, Fort Collins, Vail, Aspen, and finally Breckenridge sometime around 5 p.m. before it's back to the Front Range. Those supersonic jets touch 3 of Colorado's 4 corners in about 1 hour. The latest now on coronavirus and herd immunity. You've heard the term, but what does it mean? Summit Public Health Director Amy Wineland.
Sometimes herd immunity can happen if a majority of people within a community are determined immune because they've been exposed to the illness.
That comes through exposure or vaccine, and health experts say herd immunity will happen, but they want to manage it through public health orders to avoid a spike in cases they claim might overwhelm hospitals. Vail Health CEO Will Cook.
As you're constantly sort of monitoring this thing and you're going from this crawl, walk, run, it enables you to spread out the continued spread of the virus, because at the end of the day, without a vaccine, there's got to be some herd immunity that needs to happen.
Summit County confirms 159 cases of COVID-19 as of yesterday, with 13 new cases since last Friday, 2 fatalities, and 931 patients tested. Colorado claims 16,907 cases today and a fatality rate of 15 per 100,000 people, with 851 fatalities. And now a headline from the COVID-19 Twilight Zone, where, in Vail, the Colorado Sun reports locals might not realize just how close they came to wading through sewage this March. When skiers and lifties left town, mud season came 6 weeks early, and the Vail wastewater plant shut down 2/3 of its pumps to prevent sewage backup. This shutdown happens every year, but it usually follows the ski season. Avalanche danger is moderate today in the Summit Eagle County zone and across the state, as temps yesterday were 10 to 15 degrees cooler than Sunday and most likely cooler again today. Most peaks saw freeze above 11,000 feet, but be sure to be off the slopes early. And in local sports, brought to you by American Family Insurance, the Weiss Agency, the Leadville 100 Race Series has canceled all June events, including bike and run camps and the Trail Marathon and Heavy Half on June 13th. For now, the main events, Leadville 100 Mountain Bike August 15th and Trail Run August 22nd, are both still on, same as all July events. Race officials will contact athletes at least 4 weeks before any canceled event. Phil Lindemann, Krystal, 93 News.